All right, guys, welcome back to Remotely Wasted. Here to talk college football with you. And boy, is there a lot to unpack in the college football world, both on the field and off the field. Obviously, the talk of the college football world is Lane Kiffin and everything, but I don't want to start there because by the time you see this video, it'll probably be like Tuesday through Friday. You've probably seen
Already been
conversations about Lane Kiffin at nauseum.
been like 5 days worth of talking shit on Lane Kiffin and LSU. That I don't think I've seen a single good thing come out. Like no, like oh, he did what's best for him and his family. $91 million, 80% guaranteed, I think is what it is. Like if he gets bought out or whatever. It's good for him, Oh, it's a better team, bigger program. Good for him. Not a single not a single fucking nothing. It's just fuck you.
Ba- basically, it's been a lot of negativity. We're gonna get into that obviously because it's like the biggest story in college football. But I want to start with what's on the field because I know after this past weekend, like everybody, with the exception of A&M losing to Texas, like pretty much everybody that was supposed to win won. So you're probably thinking like, well, the playoffs is kind of boring at this point. There's no chaos that could happen, and you are dead wrong. Like there is some crazy things
He's a
that could
tech.
happen this
Yeah.
weekend that like have never happened before. So that's kind of where I want to start with like the potential chaos. I think at this point, the first scenario I want to throw out to Jaden, which I think this is an unlikely scenario, but I want to get your
With the
opinion on
ACC
it.
getting left out.
Well, that I'm gonna get to that as well because
Oh,
that's
okay.
like a
I
more
figure that's
likely scenario.
oh yeah, decent chance. I
Like
figure that's where you ordered.
there is a chance.
That might be
So
50-50. I don't know.
like if Duke wins,
Oh
James
yeah,
Madison probably gets in. I don't think.
James Madison and whoever wins out of North Texas and Tulane.
I guess we could kind of jump into that too since we're already on the topic. Like so, Duke gets into the ACC championship this weekend. The way it's set up, the top five conference champions get in. So if Virginia were to lose,
Yep,
the
Duke wouldn't
ACC
be.
might not get
I don't think they would. They're
a
seven
team
and
in.
five. They would be 8-5 at that point. They're not ranked currently. You would have, let's see, James Madison's at 19, 11-1. I don't know who the fuck they're playing. Probably some bum school. They're probably gonna kill him. So Duke would have to jump all the way up over James Madison. And then you got North Texas playing Tulane, who's at 20 and 21. So they'd have to jump both of those teams at 8-5.
8-5. They
To, to,
probably don't
to,
even make the top 25 at that point. Like I know.
what do you could maybe put him at 25. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure, whatever. That's fine, whatever. Yeah, put him at 25. That
Like
does
who are they
nothing.
gonna jump at this point?
Like Missouri, sure, whatever. They're conference champion. I don't care. I don't mind that. Put him at 25. Cool. Um, but there's not a fucking there's no way you put them above those two teams. I mean, obviously, I think North Texas beats Tulane. James Madison's obviously probably gonna beat whoever they play because they're a pretty good team. So it's gonna be two group of five teams. ACC's getting left out.
Unless
Again,
the weight of the ACC
again.
falls on Virginia. So I mean, this is the
That's
thing.
a
Like
lot of that's a lot of weight to carry to that game.
it's a very bad look for the ACC if in a 12 team playoff they don't get a single team in. That's a very
And
very bad
like
look.
Duke's pretty decent. It's 3.5. Mensa's he's pretty damn good. He's on fire. He's got 20 touchdowns, 4 picks. Like he's cooking. They've won two of their last four. Not great. Actually, lost to Virginia 3 weeks ago, so this is a chance to get back at them. I'm pretty sure the game's in Charlotte, so it's not too far away from both schools. Yeah.
Yep, they're playing in the Panther Stadium. So I mean, it's
I
like
I don't
a
know.
decent little.
I don't know. It's gonna be a fun game. I think like Duke has a shot. It's a championship game. Anything can happen. But I kind of I don't want Virginia to lose because I kind of vibing with them. But like I kind of want Duke to win just to like because fuck the ACC, man. I'm sick of their shit. Just fuck them. I want Duke to win. I want Duke to win. No ACC teams to make it, and chaos just to kind of erupt. Two group of five teams getting in. Everybody's gonna be crying about it. I hope one of those two teams upsets some big school and just fucks somebody's day up. Who they would probably catch. Whoever's 12 will be playing probably Texas Tech.
Yeah, 12 is gonna play five,
Well,
so
because Indiana and Ohio State play. Supposedly whoever loses that game's not dropping out of the top four, which is kind of crazy.
yeah.
I don't know how you don't whatever.
Yeah, and
So yeah,
If Georgia loses to Alabama, they would drop out, but you would still
but
at
I
that point
don't.
it's probably gonna be Ole Miss in the 12th spot.
I'd say out of all those teams, like Texas Tech's, I don't say the worst defense, but they're definitely beatable. So like one of those group of five teams can ruin their fucking day. So it's like it's not an easy win by any means. North Texas got a quarterback that threw for 600 yards. So like,
Yeah, a guy that's on the top of a lot of people's
and their
transfer
their
portal
coach
guys.
is still at the school. They're letting them finish the whole thing out. So like,
Yeah, he took the job at Oklahoma State, but he's gonna coach through the playoffs. So, I mean, North Texas, like if they get in a first round game, I mean, don't sleep on them for the upset. I don't think they're gonna go on a title run or anything like that, but they could definitely get a first round upset. So another scenario I wanted to throw out, um, this is one that I think is pretty unlikely. Um, it's kind of like a two-parter. So like one thing, like two things need to happen. So like I'm gonna throw this out there. Like, I don't think this is going to happen, but you never know. The committee, I feel like, you look at this AP ranking and it looks all nice and logical, but the committee, I feel like, purposely tries to stir up drama and controversy a little bit. So, like, what I'm looking at is, like, what if the committee watched Oklahoma play LSU this past weekend and said, you know what? We like Notre Dame just a little bit more, and they swapped those spots, right? So then,
but you still
what if
play them.
BYU plays Texas Tech or beats Texas Tech, you can't drop Texas Tech out of the playoffs because you can't punish a team for making the conference championship. So
So
then,
then Notre Dame moves up to
if the
7.
ACC loses two group, I mean, either way, two Big 12s, either ACC and a group of five. I mean, I think like you need to be at the 10 spot.
Yeah, you have to be because
So that
it's that 10 spot is either or the 12 spot's the group of five team. The 11 spot's supposed to be for the ACC team, but if they get left out, that's probably gonna be the second group of five team. So you have to make that 10 spot.
yeah. See, I think
But I
if
could see
If
them
BYU,
hosing.
it makes like the ninth spot a little bit like you're in a kind of a dangerous position if
Yeah,
BYU wins and then you get the two group of five teams. So I mean like there's a position where like Notre Dame or Oklahoma could possibly get left out of the playoff depending on how like if
I don't think so.
all the chaos happen.
I mean, you guys have a head-to-head win against Alabama. You guys would edge them out, I think.
Yeah.
Unless they beat Georgia in the SEC championship.
Oh yeah, that's another
Actually
possibility.
if they lose they're out, so they'll fall out.
I don't think they'll be out actually. Kind of the same concept as Texas Tech.
No.
I don't think you could punish
That's a
Alabama for
it's
making
a
the SEC
and they're
championship.
sitting on the last spot. It's a three loss team. I'd rather see Miami and Vanderbilt in there at
You
that
should
spot.
pull up the playoff predictor. Actually, I want to see what it looks like if Alabama loses, because
Do
I
they
think
have
they would still.
I think they have one on here, right?
Yeah, they have one somewhere. You could definitely like if it's not on the ESPN website, you could definitely Google it. Um, but there's definitely a predictor because I'm wondering like if Alabama loses. I think they would still get in because like how could you punish a team for unless they get beat really badly? Like if they get beat by like 35-10, I think Alabama's
Um,
probably out. There's the predictor. I wonder if we could like put in a loss. Where's Alabama? Sitting at 67% to make it in right now. Um,
okay, let's how does this work?
let's see. Go. I've done this before, and you
I
could
think you
like
can like
let's see. I want to say you could like it shows like their next matchup, but maybe I'm wrong. Click. What the hell?
I don't think this is it.
Maybe there's another one.
Oh, this one.
Maybe this one will do it. Um,
Damn, you scored again.
hell yeah, Patriots up,
Um,
baby. Uh, SEC. That's what we were looking at. The SEC. Um, American, and then the Sun Belt because that's where James Madison is. And then yeah,
They
Notre
don't.
Dame, of
I guess
course.
yeah, sure, whatever.
All right, so we're taking a look at that. Um,
Okay, let's see. Let's say Duke wins. I'll just say Ohio State wins. We'll say
let's say
BYU
BYU
wins.
wins for fun. Let's say Georgia wins, and then either one is gonna get in, you know. And then these other ones don't. Oh, yeah, James Madison as well. Then we could simulate at the top. Yeah, we could just do whatever with those. Yeah, I mean, I guess, technically that could have an effect, but not really. Um, let's
What is
see what's
happening
going
here?
on here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, I guess they're saying Bama would get knocked out if they were to lose this weekend.
And then they would put. Oh, they would move Duke into 11 with this.
I
So
don't
so it
think
would be
that's.
no group of five
I think they're
team.
gonna put James Madison in it, honestly.
So James
Uh,
Madison's in at 12. Duke would take that ACC spot from
there's
North
no way North
Texas.
Texas would get
I
in under both of those teams.
I don't see it yet.
Yeah, I
And
don't know how
then
accurate this is.
BYU slips up into
That
7.
makes
North
sense.
Texas drops to 9.
That makes sense. All the rest of them, make
Let's
sense,
see if there's another one.
but Alabama, I mean, I just feel like if they lose close, they should probably get in.
Okay, okay, Jesus Christ.
Got a lot of stuff going on here.
What the fuck is this?
They not just have like a normal like a
What
simple
what
version
is
to
this?
to do this.
All right, I hate this shit. This is pissing me off. There's gotta be something, right?
There's got to be a good playoff predictor somewhere on the internet where we can like kind of play this scenario out because I'm just really curious because there's like a number of scenarios that could happen where teams could get left out. So I mean, this is what we're looking
This
at
one's
right now.
projecting somehow Miami making it for the ACC, with not making it to the title game. This is on 25th.
Yeah, so this was
I,
before this past weekend, which I mean,
I
still,
I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense. So that's probably assuming Virginia loses.
you know what? I feel like
I
what
could maybe
all
see that if Virginia loses, they just put Miami in instead,
they
which
could
is
do that.
fucking nasty work. But
Yeah, I mean, like,
oh, what this? They're not the fucking conference champion.
I guess they thought maybe
This was a
like,
day. This was a day ago, is what it said. This is on the first.
yeah,
They're not making it.
yeah, they're
What
not
is
even in
this?
the ACC championship. So, I mean, I
Uh,
think what all these different things, I feel like what we're getting is that the committee could do anything, is what I'm getting out of all this. There doesn't seem to be like a consensus,
my feel
like,
I don't know. Kind of
there
seems
doesn't seem to
silly.
be a consensus. So I feel like it's really in the committee's hands to see what happens. But I mean, honestly, like I think if you're in the top eight right now, you're pretty much safe to make the playoffs,
Yeah, I think
regardless of
so.
what happens over this next week. Even Notre Dame, I think 1 through 9 is probably safe. If you're Alabama, like you need to win ideally or lose very closely.
Yeah.
BYU, obviously, you need to win or they're gonna knock you out. Miami, they're kind of sitting there on the fence. I don't really see a
Uh,
compelling argument to let them in.
I guess they need BYU to lose, and then
Bama to
they
lose.
need Bama to lose, and then they need to not get 2 group of 5 teams in if they're gonna go with that highest conference championship or highest conference champions get in, which
Yeah, but I mean,
pushes them out. If that like
regardless,
that's
though.
literally how it's written.
Well, regardless, I mean, either you're getting Virginia or you're getting North Texas and James. You know what I mean? Like you're getting 5 conference championships, like regardless.
Yeah,
So like they
there's
need
no way.
BYU and Alabama to both lose, and then they can't get in. Like it's actually impossible for them to get in. Really looking at it, I don't see a pathway.
Unless the like unless the committee's just super high on them. But I mean, you've already had Notre Dame over them like this entire time, so you're not valuing like Miami's wins at all. Um, yeah, they're not valuing them at all. If they were at 11, I think they would make it. But being at 12, it's just like one spot too far back.
Well, I mean,
Like
they could get in, I guess. I mean, if you need to get to the 10 spot. So, I mean, we'd be looking at Virginia at 11, North Texas at 12. And then if Bama and BYU were to lose, I guess you would, the way the AP is looking at it, this is another thing to keep in mind.
I
We
mean,
don't
AP
know what the
doesn't really
commit, we
matter.
don't know the committee's rankings yet. So, for all we know, the committee might have Texas at 12 tomorrow. We
That's
don't know
true.
that
They
yet.
could. They absolutely could.
Also, Vanderbilt, I think, has a compelling argument to be sitting at that 12 spot. They got a very good
I
win over
think
Tennessee.
yeah, and they've had a harder schedule than Miami. They've played better teams. They've lost to Alabama, who's sitting in the top 10. They've lost to Texas, who just beat well, what was Texas A&M number three?
Ranked three and undefeated.
Like those are two pretty good losses. So, and they only lost to them by three on the road. Uh, Texas A&M kind of got shit on the road down there. It wasn't that great. They was kind of getting fucked on.
Yeah, it
Uh,
wasn't a great performance.
Lost by what, two scores to Alabama. So, and then Miami's you lost to Louisville by three and SMU by six. And both those teams are ass. SMU just ruined the ACC. Oh my God. Ew. Get it out of the garage. Get a shovel. Uh-uh.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting there. There, I think you also got to look at Miami. Like, okay, they got the Notre Dame win, which is good, but you also have a Louisville loss and SMU loss. That SMU loss is looking pretty bad after SMU just lost to Cal the other night.
They
So
only have one good win. It's Notre Dame. The
yeah,
rest
I
of these
mean that.
teams suck pretty bad. Like very bad. Like Bethune trash. South Florida fell off a cliff. Florida didn't make a bowl game. Florida State didn't make a bowl game. I think Louisville barely made a bowl game. Stanford didn't make a bowl game. I think SMU did. Syracuse didn't. I think NC State. What are they? 5-5? Is that current? I'm assuming.
No, they had to have played one last game because everybody's played their last game except for Army Navy.
So maybe they didn't make one. Virginia Tech at the time,
They
they
didn't
didn't
make
make a bowl
one. They for sure
game.
didn't make one.
Pitt did. So like what? Three of these teams that they played made bowl games. Like they played fucking nobody. This is probably worse than like Ohio State's schedule, and Indiana and Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so I mean in
they have the
reality,
worst schedule in the top 12. Like at least BYU's played some better teams. They played Utah. They played Texas Tech. Cincinnati's been okay, I suppose. Um, not too much better, but slightly better in my opinion. I just it's the fucking name. It's the name. That's it. That's the only reason they're up there.
yeah, and I mean we like I said, we don't know what the committee is gonna do. I mean like I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here about Texas because I've been hearing this argument about Texas how they should be rewarded for scheduling Ohio State and they shouldn't be punished for losing that game. Well, that's not what they're getting punished for. Like this is the
Punished because they
problem.
lost three games.
And I mean, this is the problem with like America right now. Like, okay, you're having like somebody makes a valid argument against your point, and you just change the subject to something completely different. Like, let's talk about Texas for a minute. Okay, like credit, the Ohio State game, that was a close game. That's fair. You lost to Florida, who is terrible. You got destroyed by Georgia. That was not a competitive game. On top of that, you went to overtime against Kentucky, overtime against Mississippi State, neither of which are making a bowl game. And Kentucky just fired their coach. So you struggled across the board. a lot of these games where you were supposed to just dominate Kentucky, Mississippi State, like that should not have been close. Vanderbilt, that's a good win. Probably a little bit closer than it should have been. Arkansas, they played you pretty close until halftime. And even then, like you allowed 37 points. That's not exactly an amazing showing. It's a good offensive performance, no doubt.
Well, I think that
But
Georgia game was pretty close up into like the fourth quarter,
it
if
was
I'm
like
not mistaken.
14 to 10, and then
Let's
it went
see.
off
It
the
was
rails after
14 to
that.
okay, so it was 14 to 10 into the fourth quarter, and then so I mean I feel like that's competitive and ish. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's competitive-ish, but I mean, like you're looking at the final score, you guys completely collapsed in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter. I just don't. I mean, you got three losses. One of them's very bad. It's a low quality loss.
Oh, like who do you put them over? Like, is the thing.
I don't think
Like,
there's a pathway for Texas to really make it
if
unless
it's
you put
the
them above Miami.
highest conference champions, so that in theory, okay, say Virginia wins in the group of five, that's 12 and 11 locked up, or the North Texas and fucking James Madison, however you want to spin it. 10's gonna be either Texas Tech or probably I just don't see Alabama beating Georgia. I think they're out. So I don't see BYU beating Texas. So they're out. So these two are locked. That leaves one spot
And it's going to
for
be between Miami,
Miami,
Vanderbilt, and
Vanderbilt,
Texas.
Texas, or I guess Utah as well. With two losses sitting there. None of them are playing conference championship games. Um, you just can't. How do you put them over Miami? Like they beat the number eight, number nine team, whatever the fuck they put in Notre Dame. Um, I guess maybe you could put them over Vanderbilt because you beat them, but like they
Or
still have an
or
extra. I don't know.
or does Vanderbilt jump to the front because they had a pretty dominating performance against Tennessee and they got one less loss? I mean, like at this point, Vanderbilt's looking like a stronger schedule than
Okay,
Miami for
so
sure.
they killed South Carolina, who almost fucking beat the brakes off Texas A&M. Um, they beat LSU, who just took fucking Oklahoma to the wire. Beat Missouri.
Missouri's still
Three
ranked.
scored a loss to Texas. They just beat Auburn, who took Alabama to the wire. They killed Kentucky, who almost beat Texas, and then they blew out Tennessee. So, like, I mean, that schedule is better than what Texas has got, in my opinion. It's better than what Miami's got. So I don't
I
see
mean,
how.
Texas has two very good wins. A&M might be the best win of the season, and then they have a great win
I, I
over Oklahoma.
I'm starting to think A&M's not that good.
Well, I mean that's another thing is like
Like,
A&M.
I seen this breakdown of like the conference and like all their wins. It's all literally the bottom half, and then a loss to fucking Texas. It's literally the entire bottom half. Um, the Notre
They
Dame
struggled in some games they shouldn't have struggled in
The
as
Notre
well.
Dame win's the only thing that's saving them, and they won by one. They barely beat Auburn. They barely beat Arkansas. You somehow miracle came back to South Carolina. Like that's they're squeaking. They've squeaked by so far, so bad, and it finally came back and bit them in the ass.
Yeah,
Uh,
so I mean they
I
might not be as good as we
I
think.
I'm starting to think they're not. Their defense is decent. Their defense is pretty
I
decent,
mean
but
their offense is hit or miss. Like they got a very good receiving core with
yeah,
Concepcion
Concepcion,
and
he's really good.
Carver's pretty good. And then obviously Marcel Reed's done pretty good. He was kind of banged up in that
He's just
last game.
makes like weird mistakes. Like he threw like back-to-back interceptions on those last two drives against Texas. I was like, "The fuck are you doing?" He's like throwing into like triple coverage and shit. Uh, I'm like, dude, relax.
Yeah, he kind of tries to play hero ball a little bit. So I mean, you're looking at. I feel like it's going to be Miami, Vanderbilt, Texas, depending. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow when we see the committee's rankings. Because I mean, like whoever's sitting at 12, they're going to get that spot. But I mean, you're really rooting for if you're whoever's at 12, you're really rooting for an Alabama loss. That's the one thing you're wishing for because
Yeah,
if Alabama beats Georgia, and Texas Tech beats BYU and everything else just goes according to plan, that's it. Nobody
I
else is
don't
getting in.
I don't see BYU beating Texas Tech. Um, Alabama has a shot to beat Georgia. Obviously, anything can happen. Um, Alabama's a pretty good team. They're not a great team.
They seem to have Kirby's number.
They do. But and then Georgia's defense is not as good as usual. They just find the ways to win though. So they got the better coach. So yeah, I think it'll be a good game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. It could be if like some interceptions, turnovers kind of happen, some shit snowballs. But like I realistically probably not.
And
It
then
just
you're
seems
you're assuming it's gonna be like,
it
because like
just seems
if
like
it's close, I feel like you might still let Bama in. Like it'll be the debate
yeah
will be
maybe.
between Bama, Miami, Vanderbilt, and Texas at that point. If it's like 21-17 or something.
I wouldn't hate it. I'd
Because
rather
I
see
mean, do you
them.
do you punish Bama for getting into the SEC championship when
Yes,
like okay, like you got a three-loss Bama who made the SEC championship and a three-loss Texas who didn't. Like, who do you put in? I feel like you put in Bama over Texas at that point.
I'd rather see Vanderbilt. That'd be kind of exciting.
Yeah, no, Vanderbilt would be probably like the most interesting of all of those.
I think
Miami would be boring. Miami would get killed. Honestly, I don't see Miami competing against a lot of these teams.
I think Miami
Maybe
could
Texas Tech.
compete against Texas Tech, Ole Miss, A&M. I think, and then obviously the group of five teams, but everybody else, I don't know. We still don't really know about Indiana. I think they're still a good team. A lot of answers were, or a lot of questions were kind of answered for me with Ohio State when they played Michigan.
Yeah,
Um,
for
Maybe
sure.
not a lot, but a few. They're
Yeah, I
pretty good.
mean, you feel
Uh,
better about them.
I do feel better. So, I still have question marks about Indiana. I still really like them, and I hope they do pretty good in in the Big Ten championship. But eh, who knows? Georgia's proven themselves. Oregon's still questionable. Texas Tech's, outside the Big 12, questionable. We don't really know. Ole Miss is without a coach.
We don't know.
Who knows how that team's gonna play? I mean, obviously they've beaten Oklahoma. So they can beat a good defense. They can score points.
Yeah, I mean, and they beat LSU, who also had a really good defense as well.
So
LSU is a fantastic defensive team. So I mean, and
we're just
they
really
played
not.
Georgia. They played Georgia to the wire. I mean, they only lost by
Yeah.
3 points.
So we're not sure
So
what Ole Miss team we're gonna get. A&M's beatable. I think Miami could beat them. Oklahoma probably not. I think they absolutely eat Carson Beck's lunch. Notre Dame, I don't think they beat Notre Dame. Alabama probably not. BYU maybe. So I feel like Miami could beat half of them. I think they could compete. They don't. I don't think they can win the whole thing unless their defense just locks up and starts playing kind of like OU's defenses, and the offense ain't really forced to score a lot of points, which they can. They
yeah,
absolutely can on on their good days. Malachi Tony's an absolute monster, and you get the ball into his hands, anything can happen. Dude's fucking insane.
yeah, that guy's a
And
beast. He's one of the
Carson
best
Beck
receivers.
is
And
he's solid like when he's not throwing interceptions like I feel like when the game's not on his shoulders and he's having to make plays like he's like in a flow state. He's kind of in his element.
yeah,
But
he doesn't do well in like high pressure situations, and he doesn't. I don't think he's much of a leader either in those types of
no.
situations. Like after
He's
the
thrown his
game, he's
team under
he's
the bus
always
like
he's
twice.
always he's blaming the receivers or he's blaming the play call. So I don't really trust him in a high pressure
If
situation.
anything wrong starts to happen, it's gonna unravel quickly and he's probably gonna already mentally be calculating his exit plan and like what he's gonna say. This wasn't my fault.
Yeah, he's really quick to put blame on others. I mean, since we're kind of, we're in this spot right now, I guess we could talk about it. It happened. Lane Kiffin, he's not going to coach Ole Miss in the playoffs. It's one of the
Do you think
most
that's the right choice?
shocking things.
Do you think that like they should have let him?
I see. I've seen that conversation happen, but I
I don't see why not. Like why wouldn't he obviously he got you this far in like the last probably 2 weeks. It's been on his mind. He's obviously probably been distracted. So like, get you to this point. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. It's 30-7, by the way. And I'm getting absolutely massacred by the Pats kicker in fantasy. So I was down by 9 before this game, and it was
Oh yeah, I'm watching him kick that field goal right now. I'm a little delayed, but hell yeah.
yeah, I was down by 9. I had Wan'Dale Robinson against the Pats kicker, and the dude's kicked like 4 field goals. I'm getting fried now.
Oh
Anyways,
yeah.
what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Lane
So
Kiffin. So yeah, he gets you this far. You know, it's obviously been on his mind probably like the last 2 weeks. I think he's already probably known what he was gonna do. He was kind of probably waiting to see how the Iron Bowl shook out. Was Alabama gonna lose? Was Ole Miss gonna make the SEC championship? I don't know if that would have swayed his decision at all, but I think they should have let him coach. Like, oh yeah, obviously the players are gonna be upset, but like, uh, who's gonna fucking replace him to get them the rest of the way? Like, he's already got you that far. Just let him fucking finish, and if he wins you the fucking championship, be grateful and let him go on his damn way. If not, this is the farthest you've ever been. Be maybe slightly grateful for what you've been given. I know they offered him, I think, more than what LSU offered him. So it's like, yeah, you can be upset. You can be upset.
yeah, I see.
But
I've heard that argument, but honestly, like I can't put this on Ole Miss. Like, what are they supposed to do?
it's
Like,
it's
let
no,
him.
it's 100% not all in Ole
It's all
Miss, but
It's Lane Kiffin is the only person responsible for this. And honestly, I think he's fucking using this as a cop out because I highly doubt that LSU, who's 2 days away from signing day, was gonna let him coach in the playoffs when he should be recruiting for them and shit. Like
yeah, that
I
might
highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
that has a lot to do with it. They needed him locked up and focused on building the team for next year. Oh my God, signing day is coming up. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I
it's
might
like
just
two
turn I might just
days.
turn my phone off, dude. I don't even
It's
wanna I don't even wanna see it.
It's
It's
gonna be bad, and I mean that's what I don't think Lane Kiffin was ever going to coach the playoffs. I think in Ole Miss at this point they're like, you know what, we don't want you in the locker room stealing all these guys for next year. At least and that's why they made I think that's why they made such a quick replacement hire with their defensive coordinator. Not because he was the best candidate. I think it's because they have somebody that he needs to recruit the guys they have right now to retain them for next year. So they
yeah.
got him. That's why they hired him so quick. They needed stability quick and a guy to hopefully bring some guys back for next year. Sham Bliss is fighting for an extra year eligibility, so it's
I
in
mean,
the air if he's coming back or
you
not.
can't imagine a lot of them are gonna like opt out and hit the portal when it opens in the middle of a playoff run. Like when you have the
Yeah.
chance to play for a national championship, which is like, and if they are doing that, then like you already know they don't give a fuck about winning. They just care about money. Um, and so like if that happens, they hit the portal. Like, oh, I don't fucking want those dudes. If I'm trying to build a winning team, like fuck those kids. Which is probably the vast majority of the players in college football right now. But like, at least then it's made obvious. They don't give a shit about their team. Lane Kiffin don't give a shit about his team.
Yeah, and I
So
mean this
like,
is I was watching like I think Get Up it has like Greenberg and like Paul Feinbaum was on there, Rex Ryan was on there, and
all right.
Rex Ryan was like, well, the players do it all the time, so why is it such a big deal when Lane Kiffin does it? Well, I'm like, well, the players have just only been able to do it for about 5 years.
Coaches have
Coach
been
has
doing
been
it
doing it since the beginning of time, and Lane Kiffin has done this
like
before.
4 times.
He did it to Tennessee bad. He
He
took
did
it.
it to
He was there one
Tennessee. Yep.
year and then dipped for USC after 1 year. That probably screwed them over so bad.
I
Like,
mean, to be fair, I would have did the same thing.
yeah, I mean,
At that point in time, I would rather be the coach of USC than Tennessee. And
yeah,
even now, I would probably still rather be the coach of USC. So I can't blame him on that one. I can't blame him on that one. And then like with this one, I feel like you kind of have to like put yourself in that position. Like, okay, you're on Ole Miss. They've never won nothing. Never. I don't think they've ever made the SEC championship. Didn't make it this year. With their probably the best season they've ever had. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know the fucking the I don't know the lore of Ole Miss, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say this is probably it. And then you got LSU on the other hand, offering you 91 mil. Ole Miss is offering you supposedly more. I don't know how much more. Um, three out of the last four coaches at LSU have won national championships. Ole Miss has never won nothing. You've been there, what, 5 years, right?
6
Haven't
years, yeah,
6
six
years.
years.
Haven't been able to get there. LSU's bigger name, gets better recruits, has probably a bigger NIL fund. Um, maybe already has a better roster in place. I don't know what they're losing. I don't know what they were projected to gain. You can obviously hopefully steal some of your recruits coming out of high school to LSU, which is you're probably going to get a good bit of them. At least
Yeah, he's and LSU already had a pretty good recruiting class,
this
and
is just going to
from
make it better. Like
from
there's
my
better.
understanding, he's retaining all the people Brian Kelly was trying to bring
Oh,
in,
100%. If
and
I
then
was like,
he's
oh,
got his own
committed,
people from Ole Miss that he's also going to bring
yes,
over as well.
better coach.
So
So, and you have a better home field advantage, bigger stadium, just a bigger brand, potential good stepping stone to the or better stepping stone to the NFL if that's ultimately what he wanted to do. Um, I don't know. I feel like you just have to put yourself in that position and think about it. Like, and you got to think about like the team he has this year, and realistically, like, can that team win the whole thing?
it's
I
not
don't.
impossible.
It's not impossible, but I don't think so. Like,
I mean,
you
I
put
mean
that team
they've
up against Ohio State, I don't think it's close. I don't think so.
oh, I mean, I think they could easily beat Ohio State.
No,
I'm not saying it'd be like they're favorited, but I mean, they played Georgia to the very end. I think Georgia could very easily be better than Ohio State. Like Ohio
maybe
State, they
it
beat
could be.
Michigan. They beat Michigan. Like it's a good win, but it's not a great win.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
It
yeah. You might
we
be
don't
right.
we don't know yet. We
But I
still
mean,
don't know yet.
as you've been saying fucking for weeks, and I've been doubting, history has proven that the
Yeah,
fucking
Ohio
Ohio
State's
State's
probably
always
good.
good.
They're
And
probably
fucking
good.
sure enough, here we are. So I'm just hopping on I'm not hopping on the wagon, but I'm buying in a little more to the Ohio State hype, and I fucking hate that team, but
Yeah, I
I'm,
mean,
I'm giving them their props,
it's
but
possible
I
they're very good. It's
I
possible
don't
they're
think so, man. I don't think this Ole Miss team's winning it,
well,
and
I mean, like this is my thing. Like, obviously, LSU is the better job than Ole Miss. I mean, I don't think anybody's denying that. But also, it's like, what the fuck are you coaching for if it's not to try to win championships? You haven't made the playoffs yet. This is your first chance to go ahead and make a run at it with this team.
yeah.
Like, it's just that the timing is what's off
The
to me,
time,
and
unfortunately, it's unfortunate. It's very
it leads
unfortunate.
to a bigger problem, and it's they need to move the signing day. Like it doesn't make any sense to have the signing day in the middle
Yeah,
of the playoffs, like a playoff run. It
I seen
doesn't
a
make any
video.
sense.
Somebody was bitching about the calendar and like how it unfortunately lined up this way and like fucked over like kind of Ole Miss in a way and um yeah I feel like if it was slightly different and it was pushed back maybe maybe he would have like I'm gonna go let me wait like back door like hey I'm coming let me just finish what I'm doing here I'll be there. 'Cause I think even if he still won the national championship, he probably still would have left.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think
Like
he's
I don't
leaving.
think anything could have happened from the Ole Miss side. Like winning the whole thing, them offering more money than LSU offered. I still think he would have left.
Yeah, and I mean, there was a lot of talk that if Billy Napier got fired last year, he would have taken the Florida job because that would have been like the biggest job
What
available
was
last year.
came open
Um,
last year?
Nothing really. That's why he didn't leave.
Let's see. Indiana was in their first year with Signetti. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, really nothing really
Alabama was
opened
in their
up
first
last
year with
year.
DeBoer.
Yeah, I can't think of a single like big job that opened last year. Like everybody got kind of extended and
Was
given a second
Michigan's
chance.
first year with Shamar Moore last year?
Yeah, Sharon Moore, yeah, this is
Or whatever the fuck his name is,
his
Sharon?
first year last year. So
Sharon or Shamar?
Sharon, I think is what his name
Sharon?
is. That's what I thought
I
it
think I'm
was.
thinking of the dude from Criminal Minds.
Shamar Moore.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. So
Yeah,
I
yeah, that's
think
exactly what you're
I guess
thinking of.
Michigan was available if I don't know I wouldn't go to Michigan. You're just gonna get
That wasn't even really available because as soon as Harbaugh left, they pretty much just gave it to him. Like,
yeah, and like that's just a tough job, man. You're just getting pressed on by fucking Ohio State every year. It's like oppressive. It's fucking every year. That's it. It's just that game and that fucking recruiting against that team, and it's impressive. Like that's it. That's the entire thing at those two schools is like each other. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, the
I
way it
wouldn't
was
want that
set
job.
up, like this year was just the perfect storm to where like
Yeah,
there was like so many good jobs he could have taken, and LSU was there.
I would have
I
done it.
can't get around a guy like you got your team in the playoffs. It's not about the money, obviously, because what Paul Feinbaum said this morning was that any school was gonna match LSU's offer anyway. So like he was getting paid that much at Ole Miss or anywhere else. So it's not about the money. Like if it was like Ole Miss was offering him 50 mil and LSU was offering him 90, it'd be like a different story. But he was gonna get 90 regardless.
I wonder what Ole Miss was
So
offering. Like if LSU is giving him 91, I think maybe like they're also I think he's getting a bigger budget for NIL too. I think they're getting like 25 mil or some shit.
yeah, I think that's ultimately why he chose to go to LSU is
Which
he's
is
gonna
a
have more
fucking
NIL money.
insane amount.
It's also just more prestigious.
Yeah.
You got more resources
It's
at
easier.
LSU.
It's just easier. It's just like like they flock to you. Like you don't even have to recruit. It's like you send a scout out wearing an LSU shirt. People are like, "Oh shit, let me ball out a little bit."
Yeah, so I mean,
He shows up on the helicopter to high school. People are like, "Oh shit, LSU." You know what I mean? It's like it's just easy. It's like the popular kid in high school, you know?
it's
Uh,
just the desire makes
so
sense. It's just like I feel like more places were gonna open up next. Like he could have got a big job
Oh,
regardless.
and then you
Like
might have to think about it a little bit long term too, like a couple years down the road. How's it going to shake out for both schools? If he stayed at Ole Miss, it's going to be harder. You know, it's compared to LSU. It's harder to recruit. It's harder to buy players. You know, it's harder to out recruit these other teams in that area. Uh, it, I felt like he's slightly lazy. You know, LSU is easy. He doesn't have to do his lot or do a lot. He's chilling. He's chilling.
yeah, I
He
mean,
has
I
to do
think
like nothing. He has to do nothing.
yeah, I
Not a
mean
fucking damn
going
thing. He has
going
to
to
do
LSU
nothing.
makes perfect sense. Like I would choose it
I
over
would
Ole
do it
Miss,
too. Yeah,
but I
100%.
wouldn't do it in this situation. Like, are you wanting to
If it
win
was
championships or not?
if they give you a now or never ultimatum and that's it and you ain't ever getting the opportunity again. It's now or never.
Well, if I'm Lane Kiffin, I'm
I'm
like,
doing it. I'm gone. See
well,
ya.
if I'm Lane Kiffin, I'm like, I'm gonna get another offer next year anyway. Like everybody's flocking to me right now. Why am I
I
worried when
mean, okay, like realistically, like what would come available next year? Like
USC is a very strong possibility. Lincoln Riley's like kind of being linked to Penn State right now. Um,
um
or he could just get fired next year if they underperform.
he's not getting fired at fucking 1 year in LSU. It's not happening.
I'm talking about USC.
Oh, I think you're talking about I was like, what?
Lincoln Riley could get fired
It's
next
like
year
they're not paying
if
that
they have a bad
motherfucker
year.
$70 million as a buyout year one.
Oh no,
Crazy.
he's not getting fired. But like Lincoln Riley could get fired next year.
Um,
USC could open up next year. Kalen DeBoer could dip. You know, he's kind of flirted with other teams, and that could easily happen. Like
could.
that's what people are saying. Like, well, watch out LSU in a couple of years if Bam is open. Like, don't be surprised if he does this again.
Do you take Bama over LSU at this point in time with like the post Nick Saban era? They're not as dominant as they were. Like I mean that they're not running another dynasty up anytime soon.
I don't know, man.
Like the brand's like fall. It's not. I'm saying it's falling off completely, but it is falling a little bit. It's not what it once was.
it's definitely like it's in a better shape than LSU is right now.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, for sure. But
I mean, they're ranked 10 still. Like
yeah,
regardless of what they've lost.
I'm not saying they're dying. They're dying. I'm just saying it's falling off a little bit. And if they continue to like say they missed the playoffs this year, they just continue to not
It
succeed. You
could
know, if they
happen.
don't win the SEC championship, okay, it's 2 years in a row, like nothing. How many years in a row are Alabama fans gonna be content with just not winning nothing?
They don't want Lane
Make
Kiffin.
Making the playoffs is it is not good enough. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Lane Kiffin's just weird. He's just always got his
He's a
eye.
snake, bro.
He's
He's a
always got
snake.
his eyes elsewhere.
He's a
And
little weasel. His wife probably is fucking. They got. It's probably weird.
he was already at a yoga place in Baton
See,
Rouge today.
I guess
Like
that's how he lost a lot of weight. He was supposedly doing hot yoga.
Yeah, hot yoga. That's exactly what he's doing in
Like
Baton Rouge. So
what
I
is
mean,
that? What is that?
I don't
What is
know.
that?
I don't know.
You tell me, Nick. What
Sounds
is that? What is
sus.
that?
Sounds a little sus.
What is
That's
that?
all I'm saying. It sounds a little sus.
I'm starting to get
But
a little sauced.
I
What is
mean,
that, Nick?
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna be a a decision that is felt forever. This is probably like the
This
other
might
th
be one of the biggest like coaching changes in a long time.
this is like one of the biggest moves in sports history. Like
It's pretty
aside from like
big.
LeBron and KD, like it's up there with like those type of moves. Lincoln
You know,
Riley as well. Like
I honestly can't think of anything right now, but it's I don't, maybe top 10. I don't know. Just
it's
not enough
it's
time.
high up. It's like one of the biggest sports betrayals of all
It's massive.
time.
Ole Miss.
Uh,
Do they play each other next year?
yeah, it's at Ole Miss
Oh,
too.
I think
So
LSU's gonna fuck on them too.
it's gonna be rough. I mean, and I will say like LSU, he's got a good like he took his offensive coordinator with him. He's retaining their current defensive coordinator at LSU, who's done a great job. So you got a good defense already. He's probably going to keep everybody who can come back. They're probably staying on the
Yeah, why
defense.
not?
He's
Oh, the offense completely gone. Oh, kick rocks. Y'all ass.
Lane's going to bring in a lot of offensive talent through the portal, through recruiting. So
Yeah,
LSU like probably contending for a title next year.
offer it.
If not next year, definitely the year
I
after.
guess it might just depend on like who they get at quarterback. Is it they rocking with? I feel like they have to hit the portal for a QB. I mean, obviously their backup Van Buren. He didn't look terrible against OU, but like I don't think he's ready to start
I don't know if
in
he's
the
up to
S
Lane Kiffin's like
in the
standard.
SEC. Like that you need a starter off rip. Like you can't lose games and like especially
Oh,
now like
that was another rumor I heard was that Ryan Williams is going to transfer to LSU at the end of the
ooh,
season. And I don't know how true
scummy.
that is, but I've seen it floated around.
No, that'd be crazy. That'd be huge. What like who would they maybe?
I mean,
What's
they still got Simmons. Is that his name? The backup at Ole Miss. Like
oh yeah.
he seems to really like him. Like he tries to throw him in even when like he doesn't need to be thrown in. Sham Bliss, if he gets another year of eligibility, he'll have a choice to make. Like, do I stay at Ole Miss or do I go to LSU? I don't know if he's even going to get that extra year, but it's a possibility. You got a guy like Noah Fafita who could potentially enter the portal. He's going to be an
Bang.
attractive candidate
I
for a
mean, he's
big
like a
school.
mostly pocket passer, so it's like that has to be like what you're like looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most of like Lane's guys are like they could do like they're mostly pocket, but they could run a little bit. Like Sham Bliss, like he could run a little bit, but he's a pretty good pocket passer. Same with Jackson Dart. Like obviously he could run, but he's
His
more a pocket passer type of guy. Oh yeah, that guy,
oh,
Dampier.
he's a junior. Hmm.
He could easily leave as well, leaving Utah. A Mestamaker like could
Spicy.
Mestamaker like enter that
There's no fucking way that kid
that
goes to Oklahoma State.
conversation.
There's no fucking way.
He's going to Indiana. That's my prediction right
I,
now. Is he's headed to Indiana.
I hope he does. That'd be nice. I mean, I wouldn't hate it if he went to Oklahoma State. That'd be cool. Like, loyalty to the coach. Yeah, fuck it. Ball out. I mean, he can't go to the league next year, so like, fuck it. You go to Oklahoma State, you tear some shit up, and you have a good year. You help your coach out for another year, get his feet wet, get some foundation built with him, and then you transfer for your next year to a big school, and hopefully you ball out and then go to the league. Um, I could see that being a because I think he's a freshman. He's a freshman this year, right?
He's a redshirt freshman, so he
So yeah,
could
that I think that scenario is perfectly reasonable.
he's got at least one more year of eligibility. He might keep playing. You know what I mean? He might, but I doubt it. He probably goes to the NFL. He looks that good to me right
I
now.
mean,
But
even if he goes to Oklahoma State and tears some shit up and they win the Big 12, like he's top or first round pick at that point. Like it doesn't really matter like what conference you're in. If you're cooking shit and you're like you look good, you're gonna get looks and people are gonna notice and maybe I don't know what their schedule looks like, but maybe they make the playoffs. I'm not that's a very very far reach going from one win, but I mean if you got a quarterback like that, anything can happen.
yeah, I mean it
Um,
depends on how much. And I mean if Mestamaker goes to Oklahoma State, there's going to be receivers lining up to
Shit,
join the
I
team as
would.
well. So I mean, it's definitely possible, but I think he's more likely to go to a bigger school. Indiana is my current choice, and then yeah, we'll see what LSU does. Um, I'm trying to think of any other news. I mean, Penn State's the only job really left open right now. So you're looking at
Surprisingly,
Lincoln Riley is a name that's being thrown out there. I saw there's
they could
another
take
coach that was
Norvell.
pretty big. Who was the other guy that they were considering? It was another guy that was like kind of big. It wasn't anybody super crazy. And then I think like it seems like they might just keep the guy they have in place now though. Like that seems to be kind of the direction it's
Yeah,
trending
maybe.
to.
It might just be a temporary, like till next year, see who maybe comes available. Like somebody's gonna get fired mid-season eventually. Or
Or they have
third.
something work. Oh, I heard Brian Dable, you guys' old coach. I heard his name thrown out for the Penn State job. So I mean
I
that wouldn't be a
That'd
terrible
be a great.
hire.
Yeah, that'd be a great hire. But does he want to come to fucking college and deal with all the recruiting? Like I seen a clip earlier. Nick Saban was talking about like would he choose like if he could do it all over again, or like from right now, like would he choose college or NFL? And he's like, I would rather just go to the NFL. Like this shit is basically like this shit is crazy. It's
It's more work than the NFL because then the
like
NFL
these kids don't want to come to school to like build themselves up to make the league. Like they just want to come to make money. Like that's it. That's all they care about. And it's
yeah, and
sad.
I was watching like a interview today. It was like Greg McElroy talking to like an old LSU quarterback from like when Saban won at LSU the national championship. He never I think he might have like went to the NFL as like a low pick, but he's like a dentist now. And he's like, I've made way more money as a dentist than I ever did in in professional sports. He was like, a lot of these kids just need to take advantage of like their education because a lot of these kids are not going to go to the league, or if they go to the league,
No.
it's
And
not
they're
going to be for
gonna
very long.
and then all the money they're getting for NIL, they're just gonna fucking burn through it. They're like
And
they're not making like generational wealth. Like they're making yeah, they might be making some millions, but most people nowadays with the way the culture is and they're just fucking splurging and buying stupid shit and taking care of all their fucking leech family members and they're gonna be broke in 3 years.
yeah, and then even at that point, like
And
let's
then
say
you're like, well,
they're
fuck,
really smart with the money. $1 million is not going to last you like the rest of your life if you're 19. Maybe if you invest it smartly,
immediately.
but you're still going to have to find a regular job and work. Like it's not going to
Yeah.
support you that well. And a lot of them aren't even getting 1 million. Some of them are maybe getting 40, $50,000. That's not very much. Like in the grand scheme of things, like it's not worth throwing your future away when you got an opportunity for a free education. And if you
And to
transfer
maybe
schools,
develop into a better player and
maybe go to the NFL or
maybe
maybe you
sit
become
on
a
the bench and
coach.
learn a little bit and not get fucking thrown into the fire and build yourself up, learn the fucking playbook, and then go out there and dog some people out. But nah, they want to play it right now.
That's one thing I miss about college football is when like you would know who the next guy is for your school and
Oh yeah, he's been sitting
they'd
there
be
for two
ready.
years and he comes in as a fucking junior and you're like, all right. I think we're good. We've seen him a little bit. He's solid. We can feel comfortable about what we got going into next year, especially as a coaching staff. Like you know what you got. You know what does he fit your scheme? Are you gonna have to maybe change the playbook up a little bit to maybe fit his skill set, or does he fit your play like your skill set? Um, it's not like that anymore. You don't know what the fuck you're gonna have next year. You have zero idea.
Yeah,
It's trash.
it's a free for all. It's not good for the sport,
College
but
football sucks right now.
nothing is good for like the coaching carousel is not good for the sports. The calendar like they need to make like a like almost like a free agency and recruiting kind of like period as well as like a coaching thing. Like maybe do it after the national championship and then you have it open for like a month or two and then it's
Yeah.
closed and that's it. That's it until next year. That would
Maybe
solve
like
a lot of problems.
right after the national championship and then like maybe like right before like early signing day or like right around
Yeah.
there maybe like a second window they could do it like soccer does. They have like like the spring and winter like transfer windows. Maybe not like winter because it'd be like middle of the season, but like you could do a spring after the season's over, and then maybe like a fall, like right before the season starts. That way you have all fucking summer to, kind of weigh some options and see what the fuck you want to do. And
Yeah.
you're not impacting any team immediately. You're not fucking over your team if you're like, oh, bowl game's up. I'm sitting out. I'm hitting the portal. What? Like,
It's
no,
a
you
there's
can't. You can't do it. You can't. You cannot. You cannot hit the portal until the window's open. And then
yeah.
yeah, and then maybe like okay, you're sitting out on your team all year because you don't like where you're at and you want to just sabotage your team. Fines. Losing
Well,
NIL money. Like there's got to be something regulated. Like it's like a fucking wild west out there right now.
yeah, and it's like ruined a lot of things. Like spring games are no longer a thing. Like spring games got canceled like pretty much all across the country. OU didn't do one, I know. Like I
I
think
think I
Florida
think
didn't do
I think
one.
we still did one.
Yeah, like a few teams still did one, but it wasn't a lot
It
of
doesn't
teams.
matter.
And then like the bowl games are now becoming the new spring game where you're trying to just take a look at
Yeah, if you
what you
make a
got for
bowl
next
game,
year.
like,
And
because
that's what
all
sucks. That's why
because all
making a bowl
your
game feels more important now because that's the only time you're going to get a
yeah,
look at
because
your next
all
year
your
guys.
fucking seniors are gone, so you're like, oh, if they're either going to the league or they're if they're transferring, like they're not fucking playing. So like, okay, let's put in like what we got and see, is our backup quarterback worth a fucking damn? Um, do we need to hit the portal or do we have a quarterback coming in from high school that maybe we wouldn't rock with? It's scummy. I don't like it.
Yeah, there needs to be like serious regulations on it. Players need to sign contracts. There needs to be like the signing date needs to be moved. That way, coaches aren't leaving in the middle of the playoffs, or guys aren't worrying about
Yeah,
let's say you're on a playoff team and you're kind of like I kind of want to leave. Like I don't like how it's looking next year. Like maybe there's a 5-star coming up next year. You think you might lose your spot, but you're like, I can't leave this team during the playoffs, so you got to stay. And then next year you're on the bench when you could have had a chance to get a spot somewhere else. That's why it all just needs to be at one time.
yeah. I think like you said, contracts needs to be that'd be huge. Like, okay, you're sign like it. Okay, you want to get paid professional fucking money? Like, you're gonna sign a professional contract. Whatever that time period is gonna be. Okay, you're a freshman. We got you for 2 years at least. I feel like that's reasonable. You're not taking their entire college career. You're not locked into that one school for the whole fucking time. 2 years, or if you're a junior, okay, 1 year, something like that. Sophomore, maybe a year. If you're a senior, I mean that obviously they can't go anywhere else after that. So like they're fucked if they don't want to play. That's on them.
I think they should also make it to where like let's say I think you should just automatically get an extra year eligibility if you stay at the same school all the whole time.
I wouldn't
Like
hate that.
like
And then
a free transfer. Like let's say you were just like a backup the whole time and you stayed at the same school the whole time. You should just get a free transfer and a free year eligibility
yeah,
to
and
go
then
somewhere else.
for coaches, there needs to be some incentive based like. You, this whole thing with signing these big contracts and then leaving your fucking school high and dry and having to pay you fucking $70 million and like they're fucked because they can't afford to hire a new coach and staff because you fucked them over. Like it's got to be incentive based. Like like okay, Ole Miss might be in a weird spot, because they won 11 games, but like okay, they didn't win the conference championship. They didn't make the play or they made the playoffs, but technically not yet. So maybe that mark didn't hit. They didn't win the championship, so that mark didn't hit. So it just lowers the buyout for the coach, by
Yeah, well, I think the way that worked was I think LSU just bought out his like
oh yeah,
they paid Ole Miss.
probably. Which
So I
which
think
is
that's
well, yeah,
usually how
on
it
Ole Miss,
works.
they're probably cool with it. But there's got to be something to like these coaches aren't holding these schools hostage, like fucking Florida State with Norvell. Like we can't do anything. We're fucked. We're stuck. We cannot get rid of him.
Yeah, you basically got forced to
And he's not doing nothing. So like there's got
spend
to be
another year.
some fucking incentives that the schools need to sack up and like collectively start doing with these coaches that okay, you had one good year. All right, cool. We'll give you a new contract. 5 years, 60 million, cool. You get maybe 40% guaranteed, incentive based the rest of the way.
Yeah,
something.
I think that that would definitely be fair because like you can't have these situations where you're Norvell, you won 2 games last year, you won 5 games this year, and you're still demanding
Getting
a huge contract, and it's like they can't get out of it. They gotta extend you another year. It's a lot to deal with. Um, I didn't really like do a top six this week,
I didn't
really,
either.
because I was like,
It's basically this, like
we're in
Texas
the
A&M's
playoffs.
out. Everything other than that's got 2 losses other than BYU, but I don't think they deserve to be up there. Um, I would switch because I've had Indiana number one. I would put Ohio State one this week. Georgia three's fine. Oregon over Texas Tech, sure. Texas Tech over Ole Miss, maybe not. I'd maybe switch those two.
I would have Oregon like last, like I'd have them at six, like over because I mean Texas Tech, like they do have wins over BYU and Utah. Oregon, like they got USC, that's a good win, but like you
Yeah,
went to double overtime against Penn State, they're not good. Lost to Indiana, by
that's a
like 10
quality loss.
points.
That's all that matters these days is you got good losses. Um,
Struggled against Iowa. Iowa's no longer ranked.
Indiana struggled against Iowa.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same thing about Indiana, but Indiana's undefeated, so like they get
True.
a little bit more of a benefit of the doubt because
Um,
they haven't lost. But
maybe I would go Oregon six, Texas Tech five, Ole Miss four, Georgia three, Indiana two, Ohio State one. I think that's what I would do.
yeah, I mean, you gotta at this point just have Ohio State at one.
Yeah,
They're the defending
I
national champs. They haven't really struggled at all this year. First,
it's hard to disagree with it.
this is like they're playing Indiana, ranked two in the country. Like maybe this is the game where we see Ohio State on their heels. But even if they lose, they're still in the playoffs. So like it doesn't even matter at this point, really. It really just matters what they do in the playoffs.
Yep.
Obviously they're gonna want to have a first round bye. They would get the winner where it stands. They get the winner of Oklahoma and Notre Dame,
I
which
mean,
would be
shit, this
terrible.
year it's like you almost don't even want to be first and fourth. I feel like second, third might be the way to go, like spot wise, for potential like bracket matchups. Like you're sitting at four, you might be pulling eventually like Alabama and like maybe Oklahoma or something like that. It shakes out kind of weird. It's like you almost want to be on that interior of the four.
Yeah, that's how you'd want to be because it's just like
But it's like neither of these teams would get that interior spot because like Ohio State, if they lose, they go to four. Indiana goes to one. If Indiana loses, they go to four. Ohio State's still at one. So like neither of these two teams had a shot to get to that two or three spot. Um, if my memory is like and the way the bracket shakes out is correct, I want to say three is the best spot. I want to say three is like the easiest route in
yeah,
my
surprisingly, one's like actually not very good. Like, because
yeah.
last year Oregon was one, and then they immediately had to play Ohio State the next.
They gotta do the reseed because there's almost no point in even being number one because like sometimes you're pulling fucking stupid good teams that squeak in there like when they played Oregon like that you shouldn't be playing Oregon's second round like that's kind of nuts in my
Yeah, and
opinion
it kind of
they
it
should
kind
have
of
been
kills
playing
the later
Boise
rounds
State
too. Like the later rounds are not as good of matchups because you're getting matchups like that in like round two. So
which is I mean
it's cool.
it's kind of it's fun either way you're seeing cool matchups teams that don't normally play each other almost any way you shuffle it but reward that number one team for hitting that number one spot. I feel like they should maybe consider doing like a reshuffling after the first round. Um, but I don't
They
know.
should do it like I mean like the way the NFL does it, they'll be like, okay, the number one team either plays this team, or this team, depending on the outcomes. That's probably how they should do it. Like, if you're the number one team, if the 12 seed wins, that's who you play.
Yeah,
If or if they lose, you play the next lowest seed. That's how the NFL does it.
it's like no, they're playing fucking. They play. It's like it'll be James Madison and Texas Tech, and then Texas Tech wins, and now you're playing Texas Tech, like the 5 seed. You're like, what?
It doesn't make it.
It feels off, but I mean it's cool matchups, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean it's looking. it's looking like it'll be an interesting playoff race. I am pretty
Yeah.
excited for it. I'm hoping the
There's
conference
some new teams up
championships do some
here.
things.
New teams, Indiana's hoping like they can make it further. Oregon's been here a couple times. Texas Tech first time, Ole Miss first time, A&M first time, OU second time, right?
It's our fourth, fifth
Oh
time. I mean,
shit. Well,
it's
it's been a
our first
while.
it's our first in the 12 team for sure.
It feels like the first time, but
I think we made it four times in the 14 playoff.
both of the group of five teams will be their first time. Or if Miami fucking schemes their way in there, it'd be their first time. Vanderbilt makes it somehow, it'd be their first time. So yeah, it's a lot of cool teams in there potentially this year, and like some teams that aren't normally in there. Should be some fun matchups.
Yeah. I did a Heisman, but it's really like I feel like the Heisman is the winner of Indiana Ohio State. Like
It is, it is. I got
that feels like that's all that's left. I have Diego
it's those
Pavia
two, Diego
and
Pavia, Jeremiah
Jeremiah
Love.
Love. That's
It's
really it. And then
it's
like
in that order. It's
maybe Gunner Stockton.
Mendoza, saying Pavia, Jeremiah Love, 1 through 4.
It's the
Winner
winner.
of Big Ten wins the Heisman.
It's I don't love saying winning it. Like he just I don't know. Like he
He
didn't
looked
really
good against Michigan,
struggle.
but
He looked good, but it's like Indiana, like I feel like it was close and like let's say like Mendoza has like 350 and like
Tan doesn't do a whole lot.
Saiyan
It's all like on the
has like
ground.
120 or something. Like maybe you could argue it. I think like honestly, like Diego Pavia is still even without playing a conference championship, like kind of deserves it. He's done fantastic. He had
Man,
like
his last like 4 games, I
400
think,
total yards or some
like
shit the
four or
last
five
game.
hundred games. I think he's got like 16 touchdowns or some stupid shit.
He's going
Um,
stupid. Jeremiah Love unfortunately didn't do great against Stanford. He only had like 68 yards and a touchdown, but still he has like 20 something touchdowns on the season.
is that switch?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, we learned something new, boys. Didn't have to stop the screen share. Switched it over. So he's got 18 and 3 receiving. So he's 21 total. About 1,500 or 1,600 yards ish total. Not
Yeah.
terrible.
So yeah,
Pavia, like,
nine. So
where the
he's at
fuck did
30, 38 touchdowns total. And then he has about 4,000 total yards.
yeah, the motherfucker got 16 touchdowns his last fucking 4 games.
Yeah, it's
That's
insane.
fucking insane.
He's
Three,
got
three, five,
38 touchdowns and
one,
4,000 yards. That's insane.
one, one, one. 16 touchdowns in 4 games is fucking nefarious. That is nasty, nasty work. And like, yeah, this run right here is kind of legendary. Like, this man's gonna they better put a fucking statue of this dude out front of the stadium because like this is he's their Johnny Manziel. They'll probably never have this again. Um, God, I wish they would have won this game because they would be in the playoffs. He'd probably have a really decent shot for the Heisman because he's got 27 plus 9. What is that?
38,
36.
38 total touchdowns.
38 is that 36?
Or maybe it's 36. Yeah, I think it's
Quick maths.
36, 36. Yeah, yeah.
Plus 800 rushing. He's like 4,000 total yards. Mendoza's got 32, so he's got 38 as well. It'd be less yards, less interceptions. Sayan's got just 30 total, so he'd be 8 touchdowns behind both of them.
Yeah, so I mean if
They're
so
almost even on total yards, but probably would be killing them in like
Pavi has
yards.
had like honestly he's had the better season than both of them.
He's played tougher teams. Like if he would not have lost to Texas, I think he'd have a shot. It's unfortunate because you're going up against two quarterbacks that are undefeated that made their conference
Yeah, I
championship.
feel like
It's
his
like
only hope, I guess, is if like it just
uh,
turns out to be a defensive struggle on both sides and
there's no
neither of
hope
them get
for him.
yards. I mean, he's like second in the betting odds. So I mean, like I feel like if they just both didn't score much, like it ended up being like 10-7 or something. I don't think it will be, but this is Diego Pavia's best case scenario. It's like 10-7. Neither of
No
them gets over like
touchdowns,
200 yards, and it's like yeah,
maybe
no
a
0
couple
to 1
picks in each.
touchdowns. Yeah, but I mean, it's looking like it's just going to be the winner of Mendoza versus. I just saying as the Heisman just doesn't feel right to me. Like he just after all the stuff that's happened this year, he just doesn't feel like a Heisman to me.
It really doesn't. It would feel like a slump. That's why I'm like fucking praying Indiana is as good as we're hoping, and they can at least. I don't care how the fuck they win, just win this game because Ohio State don't give a shit about this game. They're making the playoffs regardless. All they got to lose is the Heisman, and like, I mean, obviously Indiana don't have nothing to lose other than the Heisman either. But like, they don't have a conference championship win. This means more to
Yeah,
them. I think it's like. Fuck, come on, please. Just show out.
it's more like it's something they could have up in their stadium. It's like a I don't think they have banners in college football, but you know what I mean. Like it's one of the things you could put up
Kinda.
by
They
like
put
by
up
like the press box.
on like the fucking wall or whatever.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's something you
national
could put up.
championships and
Big
stuff.
Ten championship from.
Heisman winner, whatever the fuck you want to put up there.
Yeah, I mean that's the type of thing that Indiana doesn't have that they would love to
No,
have.
like please, please, something new happened. Somebody from a fucking random school, like a quarterback from Indiana, win the Heisman is like fucking unheard of. If you had said that 5 years ago, people be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, oh, in 5 years, quarterback in Indiana is gonna win the Heisman, and they're gonna win the Big Ten. You'd be like, "What the fuck are you?" You'd slap them in the face
It's really
and then
interesting
spit
the
on them.
journey Indiana's been on because like if you think about it, DeBoer was like the offensive coordinator just a few years ago with Michael Penix, and then he takes him over to Washington, and then like they get like they've had a weird journey. Like they weren't good during that time though for some reason, and now
Yeah,
now they
Penix
have
being at Washington is
Signetti.
a weird thing to think about with the DeBoer connection. It's and then all the injuries Penix has had, hurt again in the NFL. He's probably about to have a short NFL career.
Yeah, so I mean this is what we're looking at for the Heisman. Mendoza or Sand, most likely scenario, the winner
Yeah,
of.
it's been a long ass episode. We just been yeah.
Yeah, it was
There's a
funny is
lot
we ain't
of.
even done like our normal shit really. We ain't even do a top six. We didn't do none of the normal shit. But
Is
I
there
mean, there's been so much stuff that happened this past weekend.
Yeah, it was a crazy week. Anything else that we kind of didn't touch on? Let's see. Alabama barely squeaking out in the Iron Bowl. They got lucky.
That
They got
Auburn
oh my
receiving core
fucking
is
God.
terrible, man. That
That was
Auburn
like
receiving core is awful.
if you ever want to see a team that looks cursed, it's fucking that Auburn team on that last drive. That was or the whole game. They motherfuckers can't catch a cold.
That's the worst. Like from one,
They dropped like three passes. They had a fumble, and then they
and that they
fumbled
caused
again
the
to lose.
interception. They caused that interception. Remember, it tipped off his hand, and then
Oh, that was the drive before.
yeah, and then they caused that interception, and
Like,
then the next drive they fumble it. I
my
mean, the
God,
receivers
dude.
suck, and they couldn't catch the entire game. Like they
That
couldn't.
quarterback for Auburn was like, dude was fighting for his fucking
He
life,
was having a
car
pretty good game. Like,
carrying that fucking team. That dude should be the starter. If maybe I think he could. He looked pretty good. I wouldn't be terrible if,
yeah, I don't know if
or I wouldn't
Golish
be
is going
mad
to
if he
bring
hit
the
the
USF guy
portal.
with him because I mean the USF guy has improved quite a bit over the
I think
season.
he's good.
Bynum, I think I can't remember his name, but
Byron.
Byron, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I like him a lot. What else?
I mean, obviously, like Miami really handled Pitt in a way that I wasn't
Yeah, they fucked him
expecting.
up.
I thought Pitt was gonna at least put up a fight. They destroyed them.
Georgia Tech
Uh,
got cooked by Georgia. That was sad.
yeah, USC beat UCLA, big rivalry game. They won by 17. UCLA just signed James Madison's coach for their head coach next year, so that's a good pickup for UCLA. Good for them.
Yeah.
It's not the most desirable position in the world
I
right now,
mean, there ain't
but
a lot out there right now, so like a lot of teams are like looking at the group of five, like these up and coming group of five teams, Tulane, North Texas, like all three of those teams lost their
got new
coach.
jobs. Yeah. Brand new
Um,
jobs. Shout out to Arizona. They beat Arizona State. Arizona is kind of on the up and up. Like maybe Fafita does stay next year. If depending on I don't know what their returning starters and whatnot is looking like for next year, but a team we didn't start off with like super high hopes because they were pretty bad last year, and now they're 9-3. They're ranked. and looking pretty good.
I
Navy,
mean, we was rooting for. I think you're talking about Arizona. I was like,
yeah,
we've been
Arizona,
rooting for
yeah, yeah.
Arizona, and they started out kind of rocky, and we did just kind of fell off, and we kind of just.
I've
I mean,
never
we've
like stopped rooting
we've
for them.
we've
I like
talked to it.
them.
We've talked about them a little bit, but like we kind of just stopped touching on them because they just kind of were out of the that top 25
Yeah,
conversation.
and they
They
weren't really in the Big 12 title hunt this year
no,
either.
yeah. And
But
then
maybe
Navy,
maybe next year.
I think Navy had they had a very slim chance to make their conference championship game. They needed like three things to happen.
They need like yeah, like three teams to lose,
They
or
needed like Charlotte to win, Temple to beat I think North
then
Texas,
they
and
had to
like
win their game.
they had to
So
win.
and they
So
did. They did. They beat Memphis, which was an impressive win.
so
So
I
shout out
mean,
to Navy. They got like a lot to lose going into this Army game. You know, it's always a big
yeah,
game. But this is one of their better seasons. Last year they were able to, or maybe it was 2 seasons ago. I think it was last year. They were able to, ruin Army season. In the
yeah.
Army Navy game, and Army was the better team. But now
One of these fucking
Navy,
teams needs to make the goddamn playoffs. Like it's been like two back-to-back years. These two schools, Army and Navy, have been like super competitive, and like we're like, okay, there's a chance they can win the conference, they can make the playoffs, and then they fuck it up right at the end, and you're like, dog, please, one of them. I don't give a shit which one. It's not gonna be fucking Air Force, but one of these two teams just make it in there. Just to pound the triple option on somebody for
I would
fucking
love to,
four straight quarters.
I'd love to
It'd be
see it.
it'd be so fun.
I mean, Navy, I
Um,
mean, they're losing Horvath, but their backup's pretty good. And
yeah.
next year, with North Texas losing their coach, Tulane losing
And
their coach,
North
like
Texas is gone.
maybe Navy and Memphis lost their coach as well. Memphis, he
It's
went to Arkansas, so
Navy's conference to win. They just gotta hope one of those other fucking shitbag conferences don't produce somebody that's like a James Madison. I mean, they got a pretty good foundation, so maybe if they get a decent coach to replace the James Madison coach, because they've been pretty good for a good couple of years, so maybe they don't fall off too much and can keep going off the built success. I
yeah.
don't know.
I mean, the door is open for them, heading into next year as far as like the other group of five teams that are normally good losing their
Boise
coaches.
State's fried.
Yeah, Boise State's not what we thought they were going to be at all. So we're looking at potentially a good Navy team next year, depending on, how things shake out. Army could, produce another good team.
Oh,
Yeah, looking at the rest of the top 25, I mean, there's
what the
nothing
fuck is
else.
Georgia Tech's coach doing? Like, come on, dog. Haynes King's gone. You gotta leave, brother. You got nothing left. What do you? What do you?
I think it might be his alma mater though.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, fuck that. You could get one of these jobs. You could have got one. I
I
think
feel
he
like he
could
could
have
have
got
got
one.
Florida pretty easily,
He
honestly.
could have got Florida. He probably could have got Arkansas. I don't know if Penn State would dip like that. Maybe Auburn, but I doubt it.
It wouldn't be a terrible hire. I mean,
He's been
he's better
like
he's better than Golish. I'm not
he's
saying
had like
Golish is
three
bad,
or
but he's
four like
better.
pretty good years. Like, I mean, pretty good. And he's only had Kane's King for two of them. So
Yeah, and it's funny because I remember like the main coach got fired, and then he was like the interim coach, and he's just taking it since that. Oh, that was another thing I was gonna bring up. I don't know if you saw Michigan State fired their coach, instantly hired Pat Fitzgerald, who used to coach Northwestern.
I seen that.
Don't understand that a whole lot. I mean, Pat Fitzgerald was, obviously he was there for a long time, but he was like 9 games over 500. His career record is like 110
I,
and 100. And then
I
you
don't
got
know.
uh, I don't know. I feel like they didn't give that guy
Didn't
enough time. He was only there for 2 years.
who hired Jim Mora from UConn? Where he went somewhere.
He went to Colorado State, so he's
That's
he's he's taking over Colorado State. I don't.
that's another
I guess
decent.
Colorado State's a little bit better than UConn, and UConn I don't think currently even has a conference. I think they're independent right now, so just more stability for him. Colorado State's shown signs, that they could have some good players. Like they have that really good receiver a couple of years ago, and
Yeah,
that quarterback that was pretty good. So I mean, like they've shown signs that they could be good. So maybe he's on his way back up. Maybe he's making a Lane Kiffin
we'll
kind of
see.
comeback.
We'll
He's climbing his
see.
way back up the ladder, after
I don't
falling,
know.
from grace. I think he was at the Seahawks or some shit like that. and then got fired, and then he was at UCLA, and then that didn't work out. Then he went to UConn. Now he's on his way back up. He's working his
He's
way
taking the
back.
Lane Kiffin route, you know. It's proven strat.
But he didn't he ain't done the snake behavior. I just really don't understand why Michigan State fired that guy after 2 years. I mean, I get it's I don't know. I just like are your who do you guys think you are? Like you guys are not good.
Hey man, they got sick uniforms. I don't know. They
Like
got
since
cool.
D'Antonio left, they've been trash.
They got cool. They got cool helmets.
I like Michigan State. It'd be cool if they
I
were
fuck
good.
with them. That'd be just another increase their standing with the SEC. You know, if Michigan State kind of rose up a little bit, made the conference a little more competitive.
I'm thinking maybe Lincoln Riley's probably gonna stay. I feel like he would have already left by now if he was going anywhere.
All that's left is Penn State. So it's like, you want to
Like
go
is he
get
talking to
fucked
Penn
on in the
State?
Big Ten, or you want to just keep doing what you're doing?
Well, I mean, he's in the Big Ten right now, but I feel like they're just
Or
getting
yeah,
like
what the fuck? Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, you're right. Jesus Christ.
USC just makes more
Yeah, but
sense
I
to
feel like
me.
USC's schedule is like pretty easy in the Big Ten. Penn State, I feel like they get shafted.
They're also just set up differently. Like,
It's honestly, I would rather be at USC because the teams. Oh, fuck, that goes both ways. I'm just for the travel. Like teams got to come all the way to the West Coast, but then you have to go all the way to the East Coast, and they got fucked on by Illinois.
honestly, Penn State's in a better position though, because there's way more teams in the East in the Big Ten than in the
Well,
West. There's
they're
only USC, Washington, Oregon, and
well, and I feel like these days, like
UCLA.
if you're gonna recruit to play in the Big Ten, I'd rather recruit in Pennsylvania than like recruit California kids to go fucking play up in the Northeast. Because yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Trying to think of anything else big.
Oh, I got a fucking
Rail is gonna leave Nebraska is what it's looking like.
not surprising.
He's preparing to transfer. But besides that, yeah, I think we're kind of at the end of this episode. We've gone on a lot of tangents. Didn't really have as much structure as we
It was
normally
just
do, but
chaos, just like this past week.
it's college football is going crazy. But
It's
we'll
off
catch
the
y'all
rails.
next week. You'll see the rest of our videos as well. So roll tide.
Roll Tide.